were so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Our first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Now McCarthy.
And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Eluding the pressure right.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. Gets past one man. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Chargers at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Herbert. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
380.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Now it's Herbert. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. That's to Mario Hampton out of the backfield. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Kappa. Go.
Herbert back to the air. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Delta. Hey, go line.
Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is
To the right side and intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a quick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now for Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14, Vikings nothing. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets a little extra on the play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, McCarthy. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
First down Minnesota.
To the air again, McCarthy. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy on the move to his left. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
McCarthy going to throw again. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
11 on the play. First down Vikings.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Well, he is caught. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. And big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Herbert now. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And the snap will come inside the 5 of the 4. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second and a couple.
You ever see another pitch and catch there to the running back? This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Omarion Hampton, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On play action, now McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
46-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To the air with McCarthy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy.
Steps away to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Set. 59.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Delta.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Looking to throw McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now McCarthy.
Over the middle in the traffic, and that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Joe Mixon.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That turns out to be 36 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Here's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked on by Eric Wilson. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A gain of 9 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 25.
Addison will go in motion left.
Mixing up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Returnable here from the 38. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
2-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now.
The Charger drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, the offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Kappa.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
They did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Ready.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
380.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
On 4th down, Herbert.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because it game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he gets this up past the 40.
First down.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Finding room at midfield.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Throwing is McCarthy.
This complete to Jones.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and goal from the 1.
McCarthy going to sneak it.
And he is not going to get in as the big body stop him at the 1. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. The Chargers going to signal. Down near the goal line. the Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
That one complete to McConkey. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slide.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Home to tricks right.
Back.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. Shoves him off at the 20. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Set. Ready.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
3rd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
380. Ready.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
It's starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
He's got a man downfield. It's Harris. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that would...
Touchdown, Chargers! Trey Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
The Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They